Yo, I just wanted to do an update on CLVR because I don't remember if I made a video on this before. I think I did, but I actually got in right at 863. I took a little bit of a chance here because I had drawn this line here, this trend line support of this wick that came down here along with this resistance box, and there wasn't too much. There wasn't too much like chart action here. So I was like, you know what? Most people are probably only going to be able to go off of these two wicks that I saw here and here. And I was like, this is most likely going to be the support. So I was like, I'm going to buy it off this trend line here exactly and just put a stop loss below in case this thing did decide to fail on me. I had this pattern drawn and I was like, it looks like it could break out here. So I ended up buying on this trend line here and I put my buy order right there. Actually, at 863, it came to like 856 or something, right? So I actually got that, and I made a video a little bit late, but still enough to make some gains here. And I had posted it on TradingView also about how I entered at 863, and I was looking for a breakout the following week. And I did not expect to get this run because I did have a breakout target of like 1588, and that was right about. Because Jesus Christ, it was like right here, right? That was my target, so I did take some profits there. I did not see it coming all the way up here, but I took half my position out there and kept my stop loss below like somewhere. I can't remember where. I put my stop loss somewhere, probably where this wicked up or something like that. But needless to say, I was running this thing. So, when I made my video on you guys, I think I was talking about us trying to hold support here and how this 1050 was going to be of confluence. And if we came up here, caught support at 1140, continued up, our next resistance would be that 1234. And you could see pretty much just everything worked out to a goddamn T with this thing. It was absolutely phenomenal, except for the price target that I had here. It blew way up. So the other half of the profit I took was right around 1920 because I saw the first time we came up here and I drew this resistance box that 1936, if we broke above that, I was going to go and re-enter if we did get like support up here. And we came up, we wicked there. Then we sold off, right? So I was still in my position here, half of my position. We came back up and we touched it again. And I was like, holy shit, dude, this thing just wants to break it so bad. And the third time we came up, we touched it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sell the other half of my position because we've already touched it twice. So I don't believe we're going to make it. And if we do, I'll just re-enter above. And I sold it right around 1923. I think I put my sell order. We hit that 1936 3 times. Absolutely crazy, right? And then the reason that I did sell it was because if you look at this RSI here, you can actually see that once we had this wick here, I saw that we had this rejection. So when it came back down here, I was like, all right, when we get back up there, I'm probably going to sell it. It'll probably end up being a double top. And that's exactly what it was. Now, I was wrong when it did fall. I did put some buy orders at 1480. And that was this support box here, 1480. So I put my buys in here, and we did wick down to like 14 something, and then we continued selling off here, and I actually had to close my position here for a small loss, but I still made so many profits coming from all the way from this point up to this $20 range, which was amazing. And I hope some of you guys entered around some of that video that I made. That would be great to. If you guys could comment below and let me know if you guys did and if you guys took profits or how you guys played this here, because I know I didn't do an updated video on it. I was kind of distracted. But so we had this sell off here, and obviously I didn't expect us to come so low here. But what I did once I exited my position here for a small loss, my next support down, and I really didn't think that was going to come here. And I put a buy order right around 1235, and we came to 1221. So I did catch a pretty good buy on that. But I think that I actually, even though we bought back up here, I'm going to look for this 1369 potentially. But I think I'm just going to either sell this or I'm going to put my stop loss at break even. I'm not too sure if I am confident that this is going to come back up where I think we might actually, surprisingly, and I'm not 100% certain because we have a couple different support zones here, because you know that 1140 is going to be a very good support zone, and the 1050, 1047 is going to be another great support zone. So what I'm kind of thinking is that we're going to, if we do continue lower, we're going to come down to this 1044 area. So I'm not sure. I mean, I didn't buy that big of a position here at 1230. So I'm kind of thinking I might hold on to it because I do like this thing long term. So even if it comes down lower, I'm not going to be down too much money here. So I'm kind of thinking I might put some purchases in at 1141, and I might put some purchases in at 1047, and then at the lowest, I would put a big buy order down here at 921 in case we are going to come all the way down there. Do I expect that we are? Not really. But the only reason that I'm thinking that's a potential is because the RSI here, you can see that when we came back up and we got rejected and we've fallen lower here, this here could be a small head and shoulder, well, actually a pretty large head and shoulders, if this wants to be like a small head and shoulders pattern. And that could actually bring this thing all the way back down to that level there, which is, pretty crucial. Basing it off of this, if not lower. So that being said, I'm sure many people, there's not much sell volume until right here, right now we're getting the sell volume because, there's probably people out here that were buying up here in the 19s and it's fucking crazy, but, it happens. So, knowing that I was down here at one point, I'll happily wait until it comes back down here. It might actually come a little lower this time. 924 would be that area there. But like I said, these are our few areas here. We have this 1237. We have this 1141. We know about this 1042, 1040 level. And then below that is 853. Was that where I was getting in on? Did I say 960? I don't know if I was saying that earlier, but 860. So 863 was where I purchased it the first time. So it's possible that it actually doesn't come down to that low, but it might have one wick down there. So I might actually put a buy order just because if it does break here, just wicks down, it might touch that level because it's going to be an area that a lot of people want to buy. So if it does continue here falling, then it could have one wick right there. So I'm just going to put a buy order at 863, and then I'm going to continue most of my buying on this trend line here because I'm having a feeling, I'm thinking that we're going to actually potentially, we'll get pretty lucky in my opinion if we do come down there, but I think we might. So we'll have to see how this falling channel here plays out because if we do get a little breakout of it, we might get a buyback. And if you do see this breakout, you could play the breakout of it if it does even happen, but it might just plummet right through it. So the breakout target of it is 1622, which makes sense because we were getting a lot of resistance at 1633. But if we do have a breakdown, look at the breakdown target, 868. So, that's pretty cool. And, I don't mean to sound excited or anything. If anybody's losing a bunch of money, I'm sorry. That really sucks. But I still feel really bullish about this thing. So even if we do come down here, look at what this could actually create. So, you guys know the cannabis stocks have been booming. So this is a company I'm fucking really pumped on. Even though it's like just starting, not like the stock has just started out. I really think we could be creating something pretty dope here, whether it's a cup and handle. That's very possible that it's a cup and handle too. So that's why I'm just going to buy these dips here. So I'm looking, like I said, 1232 is a good area, but just know that when you're buying here, that it could come down here. We don't know 100% that it's going to or if it's going to, but it's very possible. So I'm looking for 929, or I'll probably put a buy order at like 934. I'm going to put a buy order at probably 970, just because we just found out that the breakdown target was 870. So I'm gonna put one at 870, 930. I'm gonna buy some here. I'm gonna buy some at all these supports, and that's perfectly fine by me. And then if I end up having an average of like 10 or 11 bucks, that's perfectly fine. But I think my biggest purchase, if we do make it down here, will be somewhere between these two levels. So that's where I'm at with this, and I just wanted to throw that out there because, you know, obviously we could still, I don't even see the RSI on this weekly just because it's so new, but this is potentially a trend reversal candle here, so we could have a lot more to come down. But if you're bullish on this thing, hit the like button. Let me know how you feel about that. But let me just show you this potential if it does have a breakout trade here. So if it gets above 1376 and we get an hourly close above and you see some big, large volume coming in, that would be your breakout trade, and we could actually come back up and test this pattern here, which you saw my breakout was actually right around 1620. So we could wick up and touch this pattern here. We could even come as high as 1655. But if you are playing some type of breakout, you could. I mean, if this is going to be a cup and handle and we're gonna actually continue up here, I mean, this is a bullish case scenario, so it's very possible that it's not going to be what is going on, but it looks like it might actually. I mean, it's hard to say because I don't know how it would. Because it's kind of a weird cup, you know what I mean? Usually the cup would be up higher, so I guess you could probably do something like that, and we could maybe take a measured move of this, if this was actually a cup and handle. But like I said, and that would bring us roughly up here. So that would actually break us higher. So, I mean, I don't want to get that bullish on it yet because, like I said, I'm talking about some lower targets for sure. So, but if that's what it is, you know, we can see that this 20 EMA is rounding over. So I'm kind of thinking we're going to break down from this thing personally. So I'm not trying to get too bullish on that. And we did break down from this rising channel here, and this looks like it could be like a head and shoulders pattern as well. Oops. Didn't mean to open that, sorry. So, you know, I don't know how that's going to work out. This could end up doing something like this where it comes up to 1633, and then we continue further down before rounding off, maybe doing something different. So we got to keep that one in mind as well. So even if we do have this big buyback and you see it around 1633, don't start entering and buying the shit out of it. Oh my God, it's going to bounce, it's going to bounce. Personally, this isn't financial advice, and I could be wrong. Maybe it'll come back up. I'm just saying, if you like this thing, start buying a little bit when you see these things dipping here. And then the breakdown of this, which would be 4 hourly. 12.13, if we get a close below 12.13 or we break below 12.13, then you're going to look at that breakdown target and we might head down here, but we're going to definitely catch some support at all these levels. I mean, I ran this thing up to the T, so I know exactly where all these resistance targets are and where all the support is. And I watched this thing, I played every single freaking thing on the way up. So if anyone knows this stock like the back of their hand, it's me. So that's how I feel, and I feel really, really confident about it, even though we have some bearish-looking things going on here. Like I said, head and shoulders, it's gonna happen, but that's perfectly fine. I just wanted to put this one out there so that you guys know about this, because I am very bullish on this thing, and I'm gonna buy these levels, so keep that in mind. All right, peace.